comes into play here. And it's the government to blame. Let's ask ourselves these questions. I have 7 questions. Where was NEMA when these poor people, with some of them possessing legitimate land titles, took residence in the wetlands? How did the police posts end up in wetlands? And those police posts gazetted by the government? How did the schools end up in wetlands? Were those schools licensed by the government? Who approved the plans for all those demolished buildings in the wetlands? Why has the demolition been selective, leaving a number of factories and bungalows untouched? I don't think that is fair. So all the above questions show an element of double standards by government. I therefore want all of you to think about those questions, and deep down your minds, you will get the answers as to why we ought to work tirelessly to remove the dictator. For those of you who don't know, let me tell you something. Whatever is going on in Uganda is deliberately and calculated by the government. There's only one goal in all these operations. These people intend to push the youth and the less privileged out of the city and render them destitute before the upcoming general elections in 2026. The logic behind all this is that Museveni and his people, having robbed the country and improvising the population, sent their agents who open up money lending businesses countrywide. In the process, people were persuaded to take up loans at high interest rates, and at the same time giving them very limited time in which to pay back. These people have invested the money in their small businesses and buildings, which in turn are now being destroyed by the same government. The intention was to turn the majority of the people into slaves and beggars, which they've managed to achieve at a certain extent. It's a calculated move. Now come 2026, people, and most especially the youth, will dance to the tunes of the dictator. Beggars don't make decisions on how they want to be governed. However, it's not too late. We can also cripple their financial muscle through boycotting their businesses and products, as well as pushing for mass demonstrations at home. Another question keeps bothering me. I wonder why the Ugandan government thinks that the ecosystem consists only wetlands and forests. We all know that also deserts have their own ecosystems. Part of Kampala, our capital city, was built in a wetland by our British colonialists. Do you think they didn't know that that was a wetland? I think they knew it was a wetland. And what they did, they had a comprehensive resettlement plan for the animals and microbes in that area. That gave birth to the game reserves, parks, and zoos, where all the various species were resettled. Therefore, if animals can be planned for, what kind of government is this which cannot plan for its people before demolishing their homes and businesses? I believe all this is being done out of malice, and therefore it should be condemned in the strongest terms possible. Let me end my speech here, and also I'd like to thank all of you who have attended today. The struggle continues. People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. NUP Oye, for God and my country. Before I leave, I would like to thank Mr. Michael, the owner of this place. Please thank you very much for giving us the chance to use your facilities. We appreciate you, and we really love what you've done as Ugandan at heart. Although you may not be a Ugandan, but we know you are Uganda at heart. Thank you very much. My team from Orawa, I just want you to come up here really quick. I'll start with my spokesperson, Napoleon Byarugaba. I'm just going to give him 2 minutes because we are short on time, and then I'll hand over the mic to the person.
People power? I don't feel it. People power? Our power? People power. Okay, stand up. Give me some vibe. Stand up, stand up, stand up.